Join me as I see wild polar bears for the first time. I'm Katie, a staff photographer at Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium. That's me. I traveled to Churchill, Manitoba, the polar bear capital of the world, for this year's Polar Bears International Climate Alliance. We have partnered with PBI since 2008 as an Arctic Ambassador Center to help save wild polar bears, supporting projects like the Burr on Fur study to develop bear-friendly tracking methods for studying wild polar bear movements. We hopped on our 14-foot tall Tundra buggy and were immediately immersed in the Arctic landscape. Along the way, we saw huge Arctic hares, short-eared owls, ptarmigans, these cute little Arctic chickens, a bald eagle, and so many other birds, and even spotted a seal, a polar bear's favorite meal. And of course, polar bears. I was in awe. They were majestic. Climate change is forcing polar bears to spend extended time on land instead of the ice. Polar bears depend on sea ice to hunt seals, their main source of food. If the Arctic continues to warm at its current rate, populations will be more vulnerable to extinction. Churchill is where the arboreal forest, the Arctic, and the bay all meet. We traveled into the forest and stepped off our buggy onto the squishy tundra. Lichen covered the ground, and as we got a closer look, we saw little forests of different foliage everywhere. We ended our trip with a spectacular showing of the northern lights. I may have teared up a little. Our excess carbon emissions create a heat-trapping blanket around the Earth, raising temperatures and altering our climate. The most crucial action we can take to protect polar bears is to urge our government, business leaders, and communities to transition away from burning fossil fuels for energy. After seeing wild polar bears in their beautiful, fragile home, it's impossible not to feel a strong need to protect them.